So my topic is relationships and how they work. So the question is, why do people form relationships? Well, before we answer the question, we have to talk about what a relationship really is. So the technical term for a relationship is the way that two objects or people are connected. And people can develop relationships for many different reasons. Whether the reason for forming the relationship is just by knowing that person, being acquainted with them, or if you have a benefit from them. Let's say they drive you to work, or you just stop by them and say hi every day, and that benefits you because you are happier after that interaction. And the term opposites attract was coined in the 1950s and still can be found true today. And for example, one of my close friends, Isaac, he's from a small town. He wears camo. He likes going hunting and shooting guns. He likes working on his truck and he welds. And he's a pretty quiet kind of country kind of person. And his girlfriend likes to read. She stays inside. She likes being social and talking to her friends. And she would never get her hands dirty working on a car or anything. And I just find them to be complete opposites. And they're together, and it just proves that opposites attract. And he has a big friend group, and she has a small friend group, and I just think in every way that they're opposites, and their relationship still works, even though that they're opposites. And some of the main reasons for forming a relationship is appearance, similarity, or differences, complementary, competition, proximity, and disclosure. According to the textbook, appearance in its primary basis for speed daters, appearance can attract a person to another in a relationship and not just in an intimate way. As an audience, I ask you to imagine if you were a boss for a company that's looking for a new employee. Let's say you're the boss of a law firm. And who would you rather choose that would rather choose walking into the door? A person that has on a suit and tie and looks presentable, has their hair cut, is very nicely dressed, or a person that's wearing flip-flops and they have messy hair and they're not wearing any socks with their flip-flops and have sunglasses on and they burp and they talk to you really rudely. And just that first impression on your relationship can really determine what your relationship is for the rest of your time knowing that person. And normally you would want to choose the best interest for the company. So you would hire the person that is well kept, has good hygiene, and is nicely dressed. So first impressions really do make a big difference when it comes to your relationship with that person. And Northwestern medicine states, as humans, the relationships we form with other people are vital to our mental and emotional well-being and even our survival. Humans can create and communicate in relationships every day. And you do communicate in relationships every day, passing people by the hall, talking to your teachers, talking to your friends, ordering food. Just any time that you create a relationship with another person, you're creating a relationship with that person. Or your family doctor, your coaches for your sports, anything. So, for example, have you ever waved to a neighbor or a passerby? You just formed a relationship with that person, whether you or them know it or not. You're both connected now. And every time you see them, you're going to wave and remember, hey, that's the person I waved to. And relationships can be formed with not just people, but also animals and objects. Like, let's say your dog, you have a relationship with your dog. And other people might not know that relationship, but you do, because you know your dog. And you also form relationships when you working, you form relationships with your boss. They can be professional relationships in your work environment or intimate relationships with your girlfriend. Like with my girlfriend, I take her out on dates and we go to the park And I think we have a very strong relationship, and a lot of that is communication. And communication can help you build your relationship and help you build other relationships, not just intimate ones. But if you communicate with your boss or your parents, it can help them understand you better.